Let's look. We have one more photo.
It's a university challenge. It's kind of like Gabor, Hollywood.
It's at this point in the show that we traditionally turn to the one person who seems to have some science fiction knowledge.
Yeah.
Hattie.
Yes. Is it, Russ Mayer, the ones that failed the auditions?
I loved that answer.
But it's not right, is it?
But I'm going to give it to you anyway, because I don't want to hear Kim get it right again. Well, that's the end of that. Hal.
It's Al, Greg.
Whatever. What are the scores?
Meteors, 21. Comets, 14.
I'm out of here.
So, Bill, you paid me to go down in the 5th.
Yeah.
A phantom punch. A phantom punch.
It's the break now, but before we go, here's a teaser. Which film heralded the long-awaited coupling of Ice-T and Malcolm McDowell? We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You didn't miss a thing. Well, only a couple of fantastic Star Trek stories from Bill here, and they were really something.
And another one.
Yeah. You're a Star Trek fan. Wow, you didn't want to miss those. Anyway, I digress. From our prime direction, the bestowment of pleasure from matters trivial through inquisitions of a scientific nature. Before the break, I asked you which film heralded the long-awaited coupling of Ice-T and Malcolm McDowell. Let's find out what the teams think. Any ideas?
Well, one's a rap star and one's a crap star, but I've got no idea.
Anybody?
Well, yeah, it was Tank Girl.
Well, right on, Kim.
Some jokes before we get the answer right. Come on with a couple more gags.
Well, you certainly don't want to let the other team get any jokes in. You've accomplished that mission, Kim.
Tank Girl.
This is the part of our half-hour mission where we encounter space oddities. Each crew will put forth 3 explanations as to where a space oddity hails from. Only one is factually correct. Meteors. I'm going to give you your item. Kim, and we expect you to know this.
It's very delicate. It's a collector's item. It's a prototype form of puppet controller designed by Jerry Anderson, creator of Super Marionation, which of course used in Supercar, Stingray, Captain Scarlet, all that kind of stuff. See, we can actually make this work. This was apparently never actually used, and thanks to the Museum of the Moving Image for lending it to me for tonight. Jerry Anderson's prototype puppet controller.
Marvellous.
Captain Charles, will you proffer an explanation?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
It's a sculpture.
Is it?
It's a beautiful sculpture from a thing called the Martian Chronicles. When Rock Hudson rove over there, they gave him this. But when all the Martians died of chickenpox and smallpox, because the Earthlings had brought them over, he smashed it up in a fit of pique and shame. So this is the sculpture pre-smashed from the Martian Chronicles.
All right.
And I got that's 100% true to that. All right.
I'm not the one you have to convince. I'm most high. Ensign Kiernan.
There can be few baddies more terrifying than Sir Velen from Blake 7. Now, her character was sinister, but her dress sense was very, very evil. That's the sort of thing. And she had electric blue eyeshadow, which, when she wore it, I mean, could shrink a man and make him into a gibbering wreck. A wee bit like Carol Smiley, roughly that kind of thing. But what it is it's a brooch that she wore, and when she wore it, she was really, 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 really bad. I mean, it was a bad thing when she had this on. So there you are. It's a brooch worn by Sir Velen and Blake 7. That's what it is.
All right, comments. Ford says it's Sir Velen's brooch from Blake 7. Craig says it's from the Martian Chronicles, that it's a sculpture. And Kim, who knows everything, says it's Jerry Anderson's prototype puppet controller. Which one do you think it is?
Yeah. Well, I say the puppet controller. It doesn't work, you see, because it's all...
Yeah. Or you could say brooch.
Can you move it about? Can you demonstrate it?
You see, if you use it as a puppet controller, you go like that when you...
What do you think, then?
Can we have a decision, please?
I think we got to go with Kim.
Okay, then, right. Yeah,
so you think it's a prototype puppet controller from Jerry Anderson? Oh, how very wrong you are. It's Ford Kiernan's answer. Sir Velen's brooch from Blake 7.
Didn't I try and tell you? Didn't I tell you what it was?
I said it was a brooch.
I put that.
I
Why didn't you follow your instinct?
I said it was a broach.
I know.
That's got him
said
into
it
a
was
lot
a
of
puppet.
trouble before, though. He shouldn't do that.
But you're the captain, mate. Put your foot down.
Yeah, no,
I put my foot down and went right through the floor.
I was talking to Bill Bailey.
No,
Oh, you're talking to Bill Bailey?
Yes, he's the captain here,
He
Bill.
put his foot down right on my leg.
And now the Comets spread light on their space oddity. Here we go. Mr. Bill?
Yes, we practice safe sex on those planets.
Yeah, with many people.
Really, I'll tell you, I didn't know that they had any of these left. This was used on a segment of Star Trek. We
Sorry, which show?
segment.
Yeah.
And we used it as a commando helmet, and we cut holes in it. For me, we cut holes in the eyes for me, and we cut holes in the ears for. And we no, we cut a mouth for she had a big mouth, and then we just left it blank for Scotty because we didn't want to see him there. And it was well, it was just then when he took it off, we saw him. And it was on this segment. No man is onto himself.
All right.
Is that what?
Plausible. Captain.
And feasible.
And other words that end with bull that I don't know. Captain Bailey,
Is it my go?
it's your turn. Let it rock.
Well, this is a helmet, but it's a very special helmet. It's actually made entirely from electricity. And it featured in the film, 1956 film, Earth versus the Flying Saucers. And it allows the wearer, like that, if I put it on, I'm then able to detect the thoughts of others, right? So I put it on like that, and I look at you like that, and I'm getting... I could be at a pub round the corner, there's a Star Trek quiz, I'll be making a fortune. What do you think of that?
Well, it's not that, is it? It's,
What is it?
it's obviously yo-ho, ho, ho.
Get a doctor quick.
Was the...
Paddy's gone pirate.
It was obviously what the last person said who used this. And, of course, it was Father Christmas's little sack in Santa Claus when he gave out all the lovely toys to the boys and girls and weird things on Mars. And he gave them all their toys out at Christmas out of this.
Yeah.
And it's from Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Excellent. Paddy says it's the Santa sack from Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Bill says it's a helmet fashioned completely from solidified electricity. And Mr. Shatner says it's from Star Trek. It's a mask.
I've actually seen the movie, so I actually know the answer. And it's actually a helmet made of solidified electricity. So there.
Wow.
Okay, to tell
Is that right? That's why you're the captain. You got it
To
all.
tell you.
I was going to go for the Star Trek answer.
Was it?
Were you really kidding?
Change it. Shut up.
No,
Change it.
Well, he may be wrong. He's been wrong before.
That's right.
I've been wrong before.
And Ford's been right. So we're going with which answer, Craig?
We're going with the
He's
film.
the captain. He's the captain. He has the answer.
All right. Wow. Enough tussling. Let's have a look and see if you're right.
Oh!
Yes. It is a helmet fashioned completely from solidified electricity from the movie Earth versus the Flying Saucers.